Hello everyone, Pallytime here. Welcome back to Heroes of the Storm. In today's video, we're going to be playing as Rhaegar. But first things first, let's click on the little monkey. Let's get our 100 gold that I absolutely need as I'm body blocked. Oh, by Lunara. Oh, Lunara. Anyway, we're going to be playing Rhaegar today. You guys have been requesting him a lot because he has gotten a lot of significant changes to his talents and actually his playstyle too. It's not just his talents. We are going to be trying them out today, and hopefully I can give you guys a good build that will lead you to victory while you're out adventuring in the Nexus. At level 1, I am going to go for Colossal Totem. This is also the talent that I picked up prior to the changes at level 1, so we're going to stick with it. It's going to be nice and good. Our Q ability, Chain Heal. This is going to heal an initial target and then bounce to 2 nearby allies. More importantly is that MF Pallytime's chair is here. Always. Our W ability is Lightning Shield. Now, despite what the name says, it doesn't actually give you a shield unless you talent for it. It just gives you some AoE damage that you can then run into things with and then hurt them. Just kind of like a castable Burning Rage, if you're familiar with that talent. And then our E ability is Earthbind Totem. This is a totem that we can send out that will slow everyone in this massive area, because that is what we talented for. Now, Rhaegar does not have a mount like most traditional heroes. Instead, he has the Frost Wolf form, which allows him to now Feral Lunge into targets. It's actually amazing. Feral Lunge used to be a talent at level 13 or 16, I don't actually remember. But you basically jump forward, you deal increased auto attack damage, and depending on your build, you can also get some other benefits from it. But it's a great way of harassing in lane, and it does turn Rhaegar into a bit of a lane bully. So as the Immortals are spawning in the middle, I'm going to go ahead and pick up my sippy cup, try to get our mana back while we're moving down here, and we are going to join the team. We are poised to defend first, but I don't think that's too big of a deal. Let's go ahead and top off our Malfurion's health. Our Lunara is being harassed by the enemy team. Unfortunately, I don't have a heal. What I do have is my body that I can put in between myself and the enemy team, which will stop them from chasing after our Lunara if we are lucky enough. We do have to top these guys back off, though. Looks like Falstad is going to be leaving, which is no big deal. He can be back in just half a blink. Half a wink of the eye? Is that a phrase? I feel like it is. The enemy team doing a great job of controlling this, though. We are going to root the enemy team's Thrall in the middle of roots, or slow the enemy team's Thrall in the middle of roots, because remember, your Earthbind Totem doesn't actually bind anyone anywhere. It just slows them down. That's an important distinction to make, as the talent used to, the ability rather, used to have a talent that would root people in place. Looks like we're all leaving this altercation, which is fine, I guess, as long as we get back very soon. There is a difference between roots and, of course, slows. Even the 90% slow we can get at level 16 here. It's important to make the distinction that they can still use their gap-closing abilities to get out of that 90% slow. Yes, you are impairing their movement almost as much as a root would, but a root stops them from, for instance, blinking out of it. Which, of course, is a bit stronger. We are going to need our allies here. It looks like they went back to soaking lanes. They wanted to get level 4. I see. All right, we are going to go for Feral Heart at level 4. There are some new talents that will reduce the cooldowns on your Chain Lightning ability, or your Chain Heal ability, rather. I have tried those out, and honestly, I found, like, Rhaegar still runs into way too many mana problems if you reduce your cooldowns too much. For instance, in the course of a single team fight, in some instances, you can completely run out of mana, which is bad. So we are going to go for Feral Heart, which is going to help keep our mana reserves up throughout the course of the game. As long as we are in our puppy form, we are going to be not only regenerating mana, but also health as well. I'm going to come down to the bottom lane and try to help the team. This is what I should have done in the first place. Or you could argue that maybe Lunara should have come down here because she has a bit more damage, but you know what? That's fine. We're not gonna dwell on it. We're not gonna dwell on it. Thrall trying to pressure me back here. Now changing over to Falstad. The roots impeding his path, so he will be taken down. And the enemy team's Rhaegar forced to flee as well. So with that first Immortal, they got some damage in on our fort. And got a couple towers out of it. So really not that big of a deal. They are very, very slightly ahead on XP as well. Most of that due to the fact that Lunara was soaking top throughout that entire boss attack, entire Immortal attack. So that's good. Good. We're in a decent spot. We're definitely not behind. Let's put it that way. We did take over the mercenary camp, which is going to be pushing into the bottom defenses for the enemy team. We can walk in here with our lightning shield and start to cleave these guys down as well. The friendly team's Li Ming is putting pressure on these towers from a long range. One of her best, I don't know how I want to call that. It's like one of her best traits, but then you might get confused with her passive. I don't know. She can long range attack stuff. It's really good. It's really good, okay? So previously when I was trying this, I was reducing the mana cost of Chain Heal alone, and quite simply it wasn't enough. I am going to go for Blood and Thunder, which when our Ghost Wolf hits someone, it's going to take 2 seconds off our basic ability cooldowns. Important to note that it's basic ability cooldowns and not things like our ultimate as well. Was trying to get in the way of Thrall there for a body block, but wasn't quite able to. So we're using Feral Heart to regenerate mana in between these altercations. As we're moving around, we want to be in this wolf form. This is going to keep our blue bar high. And then when we get into team fights, we're going to be spending our mana like crazy with these reduced cooldowns. That's the intention of the build. We'll kind of see how it works. I think it'll be fine, actually. I think it'll go really, really well. Okay. We have taken that camp over. Now we need to move in and attack the enemy team's Immortal. It doesn't look like they're moving in on ours at all, so we can assume that they're all going to be down here in a defensive location. And again, in between attacking the enemy, I am going to be just staying in this ghost form, this ghost wolf form, which is going to allow me to regenerate a lot of my resources. You can see in just a couple casts, I'm at half mana already. That's why this is important. That's why this talent's important. We definitely have a kiting team, and it seems like we're a little afraid to move in on these guys. We have caught Thrall out of position a bit, and we are going to take him and the enemy team's Nova down, all in one fell swoop. So let's jump in here. Let's make sure our teammates stay healthy. Malfurion's doing a great job of healing as well. I'm just trying to help out in between these feral lunge attacks. We should definitely be on full offensive right now. 2 members of the enemy team are dead for the next 2 seconds. They will be respawning right now. I'm going to head over and grab a sippy cup. I'm going to ping that so my team knows that I'm going over there, so there's no surprises. I've seen a lot of double supports in these games lately. It's actually a pretty good way of countering Li Ming. If Li Ming can't burst people down, it's a lot harder for her to reset her cooldowns. All right, Thrall moving in for the enemy team is going to completely melt our Falstad with the help of everyone else on the team, of course. We can move in with the slow totem here just to see if anything can come from it. It doesn't look like too much is going to happen. Lunara doing a great job of poking down the enemy team. I'm just gonna try to stay healthy, man. Unfortunately, those chain lightnings, pretty deadly these days, are going to be able to pick up a kill on our Lunara. Oh, man. Yeah, they're pushing us out hard. They're pushing us out hard. I'm going to have to drop the totem and just bail. The root should catch Thrall. I'm coming back in for that auto attack, but of course it's not going to be enough to secure a kill, and they have hit level 10. There's very, very, very small amount of health left on our guy over here, so we really should just kind of push in and end it. And that is exactly what we just did. So good job. I'm going to recall. And this Immortal is going to be pushing the top lane with full shields. Now, the enemy team does have they have a ton of offensive prowess, so they're going to be able to deal with this guy no problem. Maybe we'll get the fort, maybe we won't. Li Ming staying down in the bottom lane is definitely against this guy pushing. Like, we're not going to be able to get as much. She is a fantastic source of damage, but hey, we can come up here with our team and push with this guy anyway. Li Ming is getting XP. She is doing, the right thing, but someone else could be down there getting XP as well. We have just hit level 10. I am going to be going for Ancestral Healing. Now, Bloodlust did just receive a buff, so Bloodlust may be competitive now. We'll see. Who knows? Wow, okay, I'm trying to get it here. I'm trying to make something happen. The slow totem is down somewhere, and we just moved in for a body block on the enemy team's Thrall. So, taking 2 members of the enemy team out instantaneously, we're going to be able to push quite a bit further with this guy. Actually, no, we're not. My initial impressions were pretty much spot on. We're going to get the fort, and we're going to get nothing else. He might get a tower. Nope. Nope. So, I'm mostly just trying this build out. I don't know what the competitive builds for Rhaegar are right now. Rhaegar are? I don't know what they are. But this talent is definitely situational. Blood and Thunder, definitely situational. Yes, we can get a significant amount of cooldown reduction throughout the course of a game. Your cooldowns aren't really that long. I mean, your chain heal, for instance, has a 9-second cooldown. So as we move in with the bite, that's going to make it a 7-second cooldown. You know, which I guess in the heat of the moment, in the middle of a team fight, that could be extremely useful. But generally speaking, it's not that much more healing. Also keep in mind that when you go in for these Pharaoh lunges, you are putting yourself in harm's way. So they have to be done at opportune times. So it'll remain to be seen whether or not this cooldown reduction is actually worth the risk of the more aggressive playstyle. Now, that being said, we do have a Malfurion on our team. We do have 2 supports, so that does make us significantly safer when we decide to jump in. But, you know, still, you're putting yourself at risk just for 2 seconds off of a 9-second cooldown. It's not that big of a deal. It's not that big of a deal at all. Fantastic precision strike by the enemy team's Nova. Now she's attacking my totem. What are you doing? Get out of here. Go away. I think Malfurion died not too long ago up top as the enemy team took over a mercenary camp, but he's back on the battlefield already. Not too big of a deal. We do throw down the slow totem. Alright, Ancestral Healing coming out on me. Unfortunately, it was not fast enough as the burst damage from the enemy team's Li Ming was able to take me down. Interesting note about the Ancestral Healing. If you initiate the cast and then the target dies, before the cast goes off, you are only given a 9-second cooldown on this. Otherwise, it is an 80-second cooldown. So I am going to be able to use it right as the next team fight starts, assuming I get there in time. We are going to be going for you know, I'm kind of torn on this talent here. You either go for tidal waves to get 3 seconds off of your chain heals, which is a big deal. 3 seconds plus your 2 seconds every time you bite is 5 seconds off a 9-second cooldown. That's, you know, cutting in half. That's a pretty big deal. Or you get the shield, which has an 8-second cooldown and can kind of subsidize your healing in between your chain heals. I don't know which one's better, but we're just going to go for tidal waves right now. So every time we cast a chain heal, we are going to be reducing its cooldown for each friendly hero that we hit with it. Okay, Ancestral Heal used on me to keep me alive in that altercation. We did have a... Wow, Nova. That's not the real one, okay. We did have a Mighty Gust used by our Falstad player to keep the enemy team at bay. Thank you very much, sir, for that. Yeah, we just need to wait for our team, basically. We can try to defend this. We can try to stop them from pushing in. And it's going to become significantly easier when Lunara is here to help. This is a decoy. Falstad is going back for mana, and then he's going to fly back. He's going to return to us. Don't worry. I'm not too sure what the enemy team is doing. It looks like they just full-on disengaged. We do have 40 seconds left on our Ancestral Heal. All right, we have everyone here. We have everyone here. Sunder should be on cooldown. Precision Strike, I believe, is also on cooldown. So we can move in here and get some shit done, for sure. Chain Heal is going to continue to fly out, and then in between these heals, I'm just going to be sitting back in this wolf form, trying to regenerate some mana in between the damage of the enemy team coming out. We're already at half mana, so here we go. Going to go in pretty aggressively here. Chain Heal already coming out. The Sunder being used again. Precision Strike, I guess, wasn't on cooldown. We can keep these guys up. We can keep them up. Ancestral Heal ready to go again, so let's move in here. Let's be aggressive. Thrall's out of mana, so he's not going to have much. Unfortunately, I'm the majority of our front line. I'm going to keep Falstad up because he's more important than me right now. And the... Okay, I thought Rhaegar was going to chase a little bit further. I was going to say we could totally bait him into a kill there. Instead of recalling, I guess I'm going to re-engage, moving back in with the team. Wow, this is a really, really long fight. This is a really long fight. Let's try to keep our Lunara alive. Oh my god, she bounces around so much that I can't heal her. And we actually won that immortal. That's pretty amazing. That's pretty amazing. So instead of going back, I'm going to just kind of roam around. That's the new plan. I'm just going to roam around. That was a long fight. Holy crap. Again, I can't really push right now because we need to stay in wolf form to get all of our mana back. And you can see it is coming back pretty quickly. How'd Falstad die? Hey guys, isn't Falstad dead? Oh man. Somehow I missed that. I just completely missed it. Uh-oh. Oh, the Sunder actually saving our Li Ming as she is thrown away from the impact of that precision strike. Oh god. Oh mercy me. Oh mercy me. I don't have Ancestral, please stay alive. Come back. Come back to me. Come back to me. Come back. Come back to me. God damn it. I have to heal you. Fuck. Uh-oh. 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 Okay, we'll just drop the totem. We'll drop the totem and we'll scurry on out of here. Wow, we didn't get any pushing done with that immortal, did we? At least not as much as I thought we would. We should be able to just completely annihilate this Thrall here. I'd be pretty surprised if he walks away from this. Chain heal once again going out. The second disintegrate from our Li Ming, not doing too much, but you know, can't do them all, can't land them all, it's all right. We are going to increase the Earthbind totem initial slow. Again, it's not a root, but it's a 90% slow. So essentially they do stop moving and your team can really focus a lot of damage on that stationary target. But if you're using it on a target like Zeratul or any character that has Bolt of the Storm, they are going to be able to disengage while this slow is active. So again, it's important to make that distinction. Ancestral heal going out on me, and we're gonna live, we're gonna live. The chain heal gonna keep Lunara alive as well. And then we go in for the assassination on Nova. Wow, look at that. Look at that. That is the quintessential new playstyle of Rhaegar. You could do that really early on in the game too, just turn on a dime. All of a sudden, when you see an opening, you can go in really aggressively, secure a kill, and keep your team alive at the same time. You can see we've done 56,000 healing with this build so far. And really, I think it could be significantly better with more practice, you know, getting used to having reduced cooldowns and sending them out a little bit more often. Could improve our healing capabilities even more, for sure. The team seems pretty split right now. Looks like Li Ming was off doing something with her main Squeeze Furion. We do have the Wisp of Lunara in the middle here. Not really scouting anything because the enemy team's going to have to move through us to get here. Nova, that is a decoy. That one's not, however, showing up in the middle. So we know her team isn't going to be too far behind. The Disintegrate from Li Ming mostly wasted, but it's only a 20-second cooldown, so it should be back very soon. And this is just perfect positioning for us to really get an easy immortal here. I was moving into zone for a little bit, but actually that became quite dangerous quite quickly. So let's just try to ensure that we get this, and we do, no problem. This is the real Nova right here. If you guys want to move in and kill her, that's okay with me, but it looks like we're not being that aggressive. Now, Furion going for that increased damage on the roots, increased range on the roots. I love that talent. I really do. I'm trying to bait Nova out pretty hard here. Come on, baby girl. Hit me. Hit me like you made it. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, smack me around. Yeah. Oh, this got off topic really quick. This got off topic really quick. If you guys want a very simple tip to help you improve your Rhaegar gameplay, or really your healer gameplay in general, you should be utilizing the self-cast modifier quite a bit. And what is that? If you've been watching my videos for a long time, I'm sure you know. The Alt key on your keyboard will directly target you with any spell that you cast. So, if we want to put our lightning shield on us, there we go. Boom. We don't have to click. We don't have to move our cursor around. It's increasing our actions per minute. We're reliably casting a spell on us. There's no chance of us missing. What? Isn't Falstad dead? I just left in the middle of this. Everyone's gonna die. Everybody's gonna die. No! Anyway, it's a good way to drop your totem directly underneath your character if you use the self-cast modifier. It's a great way of reliably landing your ancestral healing on top of yourself. It's just really, really good. Look at that! Look at that! That's not the real one, right? Oh my god, it fucking is. It fucking is. Wow. Wow, I'm not too sure what this Nova player is doing, man. Granted, I don't know how to play the new Nova at all. You guys keep requesting that I look into that as well, and I haven't done that at all. We are going to be rooted here, and it's going to be a lot of damage done to us. Hopefully, Lunara can make something happen. No, it was just a wasted life, just like Falstad's just a moment ago. Okay. The Immortals are going to be spawning again in 25 seconds. It's going to be a moment before I get there because we are dead. Looks like Li Ming's going to be back on the battlefield. So we are at a slight disadvantage here as far as the numbers go. Abathur is spotted right here, however. I wonder if Falstad saw it. I wonder if he saw it. You see it? You see it, Falstad? Oh, get owned! Oh, he deceived us all! Oh, the mind of Abathur. Oh, no. All right, Li Ming back on the battlefield. We haven't even started to move in on these Immortals, and the enemy team is already dealing damage to ours, so we definitely need to defend this rather than going on the offensive. Definitely need to defend. Definitely need to defend. All right, well, it's already at half health, and we didn't defend anything, but we are back on the battlefield, and we'll be able to make our way over there to help. Li Ming for the friendly team up in the top lane, clearing out that mercenary camp. Can't say I disagree with that because those motherfuckers, they could push to core. They could push to core. Ouch. All right, we're all here. We're poised. We're ready to go. There we go. Falstad moving it on Li Ming. Unfortunately, not going to be able to do too much. We're a little out of position here. Storm Shield, Ancestral Healing coming out. We are going to live through this. The enemy team just used about everything they had to take me down, and of course it didn't work because we are the leader of the church. We are our Lord and Savior, Rhaegar. And, you know, this is my day job. This is what we do. This is what we do. We defy all logic. We provide miracles to the people of the Nexus. The Church of Rehgar lives on, ladies and gentlemen, in the hearts of many. So I did go for Storm Shield at level 45. At level 45, it has a 45-second cooldown. That's where I was going with that. I did go for the Storm Shield level 20. It has a 45-second cooldown. And this, again, is allowing you to subsidize some supporting in between your heal cooldowns. Because, you know, we are getting a lot of cooldown reduction, but chain heal, you know, it only goes so far. So you're able to mitigate a lot of area of effect damage with this Storm Shield. And really on a 45-second cooldown, you could use it all the time. You can just throw it out whenever you want to. It's all right. I hope I'm using the word subsidize correctly. I just kind of thought about that. Maybe I'm not. That's a possibility. That's a definite possibility. How hard do you think they're going to move in to get me here? It's interesting that they keep trying to. You know, I'm positioning aggressively quite a bit because I know I can get out of most of these things, but they just keep falling for it. You know what I'm saying? They just keep falling for it. Falstad is going to push back the enemy team, which unfortunately stopped all of that crowd control we threw down there from being useful, but this Immortal just going to rip right through everything, and this is going to be GG. Unfortunately, I couldn't save Falstad. Isn't Falstad dead, though? He's right there. Isn't he dead? I'm pretty sure he is, guys. Pretty sure he is. Anyway, that is the new Rhaegar. Very, very aggressive now because you don't have to talent for that Feral Lunge. You can just use it whenever you want to. You are able to heal quite a bit more than you were before with this cooldown reduction build. And, of course, you could still do stupid things like going in and just biting everyone's heads off whenever you want to. So here are the stats. We had 100% kill participation, boys. All right, so this is my interpretation of it. I do not know what builds are competitive right now. I haven't looked at HoTs logs or anything. They probably it probably hasn't even been updated yet. So this is what I've been using, and it's been working out fairly well. I had to refine it a little bit. lost a few games of the process, but this has been working out quite nicely for me. So you go Colossal Totem at level 1, increases the area and range of your Earthbind Totem by 50%. Feral Heart increases your health and mana regeneration while you're in your Ghost Wolf form. Ghost Wolf attacks reduce ability cooldowns by 2 seconds. Basic ability cooldowns does not lower Ancestral Healing or Bloodlust. Ancestral Healing for the heal, although, either ultimate would have been fine here. Tidal Waves reduces the chain heal cooldown by 1 second for each hero healed. So this would be a maximum of 3 seconds off of your chain heal cooldown, which would bring it down to 9 seconds. And then if you can get a bite off in there too. Wait, what did I just say? That's 3 seconds off. That's 6 seconds, not 9 seconds. It's 9 by default. So 6 minus 2 is 4. So that's a really, really short cooldown on a pretty effective heal. Then Earthgrass Totem is a 90% slow to everyone in this massive area for 1.5 seconds, so it's a pretty big deal. You can get a lot of control out of that. And then I did go for Storm Shield to help keep people alive in between our cooldowns. So that's it for me today, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I'm still working on fixing my sleep schedule, so if I was a little stumbly-wumbly with my words, we're just going to blame it on the fact that, man, I am all over the place right now. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time.